We have 2 lanes of traffic essentially entering a dead-end area with limited parking, and you constantly have this fight between pedestrians and cars during the weekends.
It's time to board here. All right, so this might be the most serene place you can sit if you're planning to visit Granville Island this summer. The crowds are back in full swing for the first time since the beginning of the pandemic. Traffic is crawling, pedestrians are sneaking in between drivers trying to find parking, and one local thinks it's time to rethink how the island works.
It could be addressed tomorrow because it's such a low-impact proposal. It just needs a few pylons, a few signs.
Mark Melnichuk works nearby and says the crowding and the traffic are miserable. And he says starting car-free weekends could help locals and tourists enjoy the island more.
I have 2 proposals. One of them is to just create a single lane roundabout basically around the island, still giving access to the hotel on the eastern side of the island, but also creating a pedestrian-only zone on the west side of the island where you have the market and they have the most popular areas where you have the most crowding. And then the more intense version is to block off traffic at this kind of intersection here, basically creating a pedestrian-only zone and only allowing access to residents or employees or hotel guests, and creating car-free area on the whole entire island.
The island's general manager says vehicles won't be disappearing from the island anytime soon, but there are plans to change how people will get here.
In our Granville Island 2040 vision, we see a much reduced footprint of space taken up for single occupant vehicles. That is not the way that people are going to move around in the future. And this is a working island. A lot of the people who are making things on this island require on and off vehicular movement.
Some of the ideas in the 2040 plan for getting people to the island include installing 2 elevators from the top of the Granville Street Bridge, restarting the False Creek streetcar, and even connecting the Aquabus and False Creek ferries to the Compass card system. As Vancouver prepares to accommodate a booming population, Melnichuk says getting car-free would be a cheap way to get started on making more space sooner.
Nothing that I'm proposing is new or fresh, but maybe it puts it in a different perspective. But to me, 2040 is just a little bit too far away.
And I think there's some other areas on Granville Island where you could take away a little bit of parking. I know the merchants get a little bit upset when we talk about that, but I think more and more people are getting around without a car. So we have to think about everybody else now.
In Vancouver, Kier Junos, City News.